Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our webinar with Yes Education today. And today we will have Kun Opal or Kun Chalisat, our representative from the University of Debrecen from Hungary. Kun Opal, over to you ค่ะ
Hello everyone, you can call me Opal, and today I'm going to present about the University of Debrecen. But it's gonna be mainly about medicine and the health science program. So let's start. So first, as you know that Hungary is located in the Central Europe, in the Eastern European country, and the capital is Budapest. Also, the official language is Hungarian. And as everybody know that Hungary has the long history since it was the Austrian Hungary back then. And actually in the 14th century, the first university was founded in Hungary. And the general detail that in 2024, Hungary got into the 14th safest country in the world from the Global Peace Index. And Hungary itself is not a very big country. It's just approximately 10 million people living in the country for the population. And Hungary is a member of European Union, NATO, OECD, and Visegrad Group, and also Schengen Convention. And the currency of Hungary is Hungarian forint. So as we are going to talk about the Debrecen University, so the city of Debrecen historical city and the second largest city in Hungary after Budapest, and the population there 200,000 people from Budapest, so it's not that far. You can use the train or you can drive a car. And the university town is and Debrecen got like reputation of being the university town for student. And actually Debrecen also has the international airport, but the flight is limited, but still with the airport. And also some attraction like Debrecen Zoo that most people know. And here are some picture of Debrecen city. So as you can see that Debrecen has like the tram in the first picture, and it is actually like a walkable city. I mean, you can like use the transportation like tram or bus, or some people also bicycle there as well. That and it had also the student pass for students, so students can save up more money as well. And as the second one below is the airport, and the third one is the department store. So actually Debrecen has everything that is the basic need for a student, and it is very international since Debrecen is university town with a lot of international students. Here is the University of Debrecen that we're going to talk about today. And the university campus is particularly in North Yerde, which is called Big Forest area, because the campus is in the Big Forest as well. And Debrecen is the second largest university in Hungary as well, since the city also the second largest in Hungary. And Debrecen has 80 programs taught in English, and also with the QS World University ranking by subject in 2024, medicine also got in the good ranking, which is from 351 to 400. And the University of Debrecen conduct their academic program in Bologna process, so it is acceptable in all European countries, so it's in the same standard. and the students are from 140 country, which is like very international. And actually there are a lot of international students there as well as a community. And also with the facility of the university, they also have the research laboratory, library, and study halls, sport complex, fitness, cafeteria, student lounge, and medical center and support service at the university. So you don't have to worry if the student will miss out anything. So University of Debrecen has 13 faculties. Like as you can see, they have architecture, sorry, dentistry, economics, education, engineering, health science, humanities, informatics, law, medicine, music, pharmacy, science, and technology. So they have many faculty for you to choose. And since Debrecen University is quite huge, so they have 8 campuses in 4 cities. Yeah, and as you can see that they have students around 34,000 students and 7,800 international students, which is quite a lot. Yeah, so they have a big community of the international students here. And this is like some picture from the university that you can see the main building, and it's like a big hall where floor so the student gonna have the graduate, and they have learning center, IT building, sport science building. They also have student hostel within the main campus as well, and also life science building. So technically I think Debrecen is one of like the modern university in Hungary as well. And here more like self-study space and other like laboratory, library, and cafeteria, which is very new. And here are some of the like international day from the international student that usually they always scattering like for some day, like as you can see, they have international food day that the student can have a booth where the student can present the food from that country. And they have student union event and also flag show at U Day. Usually, all of these are like mostly for the international student to have some activity, and they have like huge community for that. So they have a lot of events, so the student can have some fun and gathering with other students as well. So today we're going to talk about a medical and health science program mainly. You can also scan on this QR code as well for the brochure and more detail on it. So Debrecen, since they have 8 campuses in 4 different cities, but in the main faculty in Debrecen campus, they have the Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Dentistry, and Faculty of Pharmacy there in the main campus. But if you are looking for the health science program, they have the campus in Nirahasa, which is like around 30 minutes away from Debrecen. So it's not that far. And they have undergraduate like nursing and healthcare. Also for graduate, they have pharmaceutical research and development manager, public health, social work for healthcare and social economics as well. So first, they have medicine, which is you can get the qualification of doctor in medicine as a certificate, and medicine, dentistry, and pharmacies, they only have like September intake, which is this year they already closed. but you can start to prepare for the next academic year soon as well. And also for the language requirement, they have English proficiency, which is like they require at least B2 level for the minimum. For example, like IELTS 5.5 and more. And also for the academic requirement, they also need the high school certificate entrance examination in biology, physics, and chemistry um, within the written and oral exam, and also and also directly admitted if you are completing the basic medicine course with the university before. And for the duration, it is 12 semester, which is 6 years, and the credit is 360, and the tuition fee is 16,900 US dollar per year. And for the internship, for the 6 year, you can have the practice for 35 weeks. Requirement. You can also allow that. And for dentistry, they have the same, that the intake is only in September, and the requirement are the same as well, that B2 level English proficiency. And for this, they also require you to learn basic Hungarian. Actually, medicine also require as well, because since you may need to practice a bit at the clinic, you may be able Hungarian, at least the basics. Dr. Med and for the academic entry, is the same, that you need the high school certificate or equivalent, and you have to take an entrance exam in biology, physics, chemistry as well, and you have to be successfully complete the basic medicine course. I mean, in case you didn't have enough background before that, so you may need to do the basic medicine course before you start the first year in the dentistry. And for the duration, it is 5 year program consist with the 10 academic semester, and the credit is 300 credits in total, and the tuition fee is 17,500 US dollar per year, which is include all material costs as well in the program. And also the internship is in the fourth or the fifth year that can do to complete the clinic practice. And MRD, and the starting date is requirement is English, which is English proficiency at B2 level, and the compulsory exam in physics, biology, and chemistry as the same as the two previous program. And the academic requirement is high school certificate or equivalent and the same exam. And also, if you complete the basic medicine course before, you can directly admitted to the university in the first year. And duration of this is 10 semester, like 5 years, and the tuition fee is around 8,000 US dollar per year. And other fee for this, actually they have other fee for other two faculty that I mentioned before, is the same, and it's applied to all application. If you are sending to Debrecen University, that the application fee itself is 150 US dollar, and the entrance procedure, that for the procedure for admission team to do this for you, is 350 US dollar. So, and this is like the one-time fee for the application submission. And the internship for this one is the state exam practice, which is you can get directly from the university. So you just have to do the exam from at the end of the course. to finish the degree in pharmacy. So here is the basic medicine course that I have mentioned before. It's called pre-medical studies. So it is from the Faculty of Medicine, and for this one, the basic, they only have the intake in September and for 2 semester, which is like for 1 year. And the language requirement is English language proficiency, at least B2 as well. And academic requirement is the high school entrance exams in biology, physics, and chemistry. Actually, for some of the students who apply directly to medicine and the score of the entrance exam didn't meet the requirement, the university will suggest them to apply for this basic medicine course as well. And it is the 1 year pre-medical course, and the tuition fee is 7,500 US dollar. And another fee is the one-time fee, which is application, that is around 150 US dollar, and the entrance procedure fee is 350 US dollar. And the second one is the intensive basic medicine course. It is the same, but with this one, you're gonna finish faster because it's only in 1 semester from January to July, which is more intensive. But I mean, if the student want to learn like with the basic background and not in a short period of time, like not in a tight deadline, I would recommend the basic one for the student. And this one has the same requirement that you need a high school certificate English language entrance and the study to be having the process. And the application fee are the same, 150 US dollar, and the entrance procedure fee is 350 US dollar as well, and the tuition fee is 7,500 US dollar. For health science program, which is in Nirahasa campus, as you have to note about that, um, because Debrecen has different campus for each faculty, and it is depending. So when you are looking for the accommodation for the student, you have to check carefully which campus is it for that faculty, so you can like look for the right accommodation in the right place. So for health science program, we have undergraduate, which is 8 semester for 4 years, and the fee start from 6,500 to 7,500 US dollar per year. And they have nursing and patient care, physical therapy, and nursing and patient care, like nurse. And the third one is healthcare and disease prevention, which is the public health. And for the graduate program, they have for 4 semester, which is 2 years that you can finish. And the fee start from 5,500 to 8,000 US dollar per year. And we have pharmaceutical research and development manager, public health, work, social work in healthcare, social work in social economics, molecular biology. So they have various type of course that the student can choose. And also the entry requirement, also the diploma or the high school certificate, and English language at least B2 level, and also entrance exam. But you may have to note that for the graduate program, some of the program may require the related bachelor that the student have. So it really depending on like the program requirement. And for the application and admission, actually that the September the period of September 2027 intake will be open later this year, and the final application will be at May 15, 2027, because this year is already closed. As you can see that usually it's around September intake. The PhD program deadline will be from 15 May 2026, and all other program is 15 June 2026, which is closed, but it's gonna be around the same date in the next year, next academic year as well. And for January and February 2026 and 2027 intake, or the program deadline will be in the 1st November. So actually for the spring semester, the application is open right now, so you can apply for other course aside from the medical program. So for the non-medical program, and for it is actually for master only, they are open the application right now, and the deadline is 1st of November, so you can start applying from now. And furthermore, the required application document usually is the application form in the website. Is called SWOT. It's the system from Debrecen that you can also fill the form and complete everything online. And the proof of your education can be diploma or high school certificate, and anything equivalent for the high school leaving certificate, and also transcript and predict grade if you are not finished the high school or the bachelor yet, and the proof of citizenship, which is the copy of valid passport, and the resume or CV English proficiency minimum at B2 level, and medical certificate that you can complete using the template in the application form in the system that we provided for you. And the application fee, which is non-refundable, is $150 transferred by bank, as I mentioned before. And some special requirement is also the English language, but some students can be exempt from this if they are a native speaker or they study in, like for example, international school, or you have studied in English for the entire bachelor before. And actually, Debrecen is quite strict about the gap limits. So the maximum 4 year is for non-medical from undergrad or foundation, and maximum 6 year after you finish the medicine program. It cannot be more than this because they are really care about the age gap within the class. And the strict country study gap limit for citizen, as you can see, Burma also there as well, that the gap cannot exceed 2 years for undergrad and foundation, but and also for graduate, you cannot exceed more than 4 years. So it's like 2 years less than the other country. So you have to note that as well. So here you can also scan the QR code here as well. It is the accommodation, how you can find the accommodation in Debrecen. I mean, in other campus aside from the main campus as well. And it's called Troubleshooter. It's from the university itself, where you can find a private accommodation that you can choose to be like having like private own accommodation, or you want like a share bed, a share accommodation with the other student, or student hostel, or the short-term accommodation, like how you want. Actually, in the website, they have like a form that you can fill your request, and the staff from the university will contact you back after this. And I would recommend this because since Debrecen has different campus in different city, so they can check for you which is the right accommodation and meeting your res- expectation as well, how you want it to be. And also for the cost of living, I think it is very affordable because I think Hungary has like is a country where it is very affordable for students, and you can get the same degree as you study in other European countries as well. And the cost of living. The average for living in Debrecen $100 per month, but this one is really depends on everything. That it depends if you take like share accommodation or private accommodation or the food, if you want to do grocery or study material or local transportation. Like they also have the student pass for all the public transportation in the city, but I mean as the city is walkable city, or you can ride a bicycle, so that can save up as well. And the accommodation for students here is very budget friendly. So the dormitory can start from 150 to 300 euro per month, but this one is for the share one. But if you want like private studio to live alone, it can start from 350 to 550 euro per month. For the food and grocery, typically, like the student can spend 120 to 180 per month on grocery, but you can do lower as well. It depending on how you do the expense, but you can eat outside as well. So it really depends on the lifestyle of the student. And the public transportation for the student is very cheap. It's around 10 to 15 euro per monthly pass for student, but you can also walk as well. And for the utility and others, this is really depending on the lifestyle as well. So it can be from 50 euro to 95 euro per month. So this one, I think you can control the expense as well. But overall, I would recommend to study here as well, since it's not the capital city as well. So the student won't get so many distractions, and also you can save up the cost as well. So most asked question I get to ask many times. So we would say that for the GED, if it's qualified, I would say that for the medical program, it is not really considered from the university. But if you have GED with other like transcript or other qualification, um, which is something related to the background in biology, chemistry, and physics, that could be considered, but it doesn't mean that it's guaranteed that it's going to be considered, because in general, GED or IGCSE is not very considered in Hungarian university. But because they are very strict here for the requirement of the medical course like dentistry, medicine, or pharmacy, they really need someone who is very like have like very strong background in the foundation course, like those subjects as I mentioned before. But if you wish to apply for non-medical program, the minimum of the GED can be 165 out of 200. So you can also use the GED, but I still recommend you to bring other qualification or transcript as well. And for a student who is under 18, they can be able to apply only the pre-medical course or the basic medical course or the preparatory course, which is the foundation, like English foundation course, because the reason is quite strict that the student in the first year, they may need to be 18 before. If you are under 18, you might not be able to apply for the first year, but you can apply to other course like foundation course or pre-medical course as well. And guardian for the student under 18, Currently, University of Debrecen, they don't have yet, but they also have the student ambassadors who can answer or help with the or requiree from the student who is under 18. And the employment ability, it is depending, so it depends on the language as well. Like, I mean, you may need to understand Hungarian at a certain level to be employed, because you may need to speak Hungarian if you are living there, which is like reasonable. So it also depends on the language requirement, but for the degree itself, it is already acceptable within the country and in other European countries as well. So this is the February intake in 2027, and the applications are open now, which is you can apply. Okay. So thank you for today. If you have any question, you can also ask me right now. A while ago, I think it was disconnect, right?
Okay, we have some question in the chat box. Are there any scholarship for all the program at the moment?
Actually, the main one is the Stipendium Hungaricum from the state, as everybody know, but you have to apply through that, I mean, through their own website from the scholarship. But for the university itself, they also have the University Debrecen scholarship, but this scholarship, it depends on the student application. That I would recommend the student to apply first, because this scholarship, the admission team will directly contact the student individually. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. If you have any question, please feel free to drop your question in the chat box.
Yeah, does the person accept Duolingo? For this one, I have been asked the admission team already, but since right now they are starting the semester soon, so they didn't have time to answer for me yet. But if I get the answer, I will send Kun Kitty, and Kun Kitty
I also have the question because I see the main intake is in
send it to you.
September. So in case if we
Yeah.
want to apply for the main program for September 2027, is the application open at the moment?
Currently not yet, but you can check, and we will inform you anyway within, I think, after mid-September.
After September, okay.
Yeah. Can student OSSD, right?
OSSD
Um,
is like the Canadian High School plus GED.
not, but okay. I'm back. I think it was. I'm not sure about the OSSD actually, but I can check for you and I'll send you later as well. But usually, because I mean, I would recommend you to send all the transcript and everything first so we can check, because of the medical program is quite strict, but usually GED is not very like acceptable, I would say.
So maybe it would should start from pre-medical first.
Yeah, I think that would be more chance, I would say, but directly to the course, it's it might be a little bit difficult, I think, yeah. But I can
Okay.
check for that.
Anyway, for non-medical program, is the GED accepted to entry direct for bachelor degree?
Mm, for other course, for non-medical, right? For non-medical,
Uh,
you can at least having like 165 score, as I mentioned before. But this also depends on individual as well. But at least if you meet 165, I think you can try to apply and maybe send other certification or anything as well. Yeah.
mm.
But for non-medical, I would say.
Okay,ค่ะ. Okay, the next question. Can the student register as to the practice medicine in Hungary and get the license after they complete the medicine program?
Mm, I think they can practice there as well because they have like medical center or so. But with the license, I for this one, I think you need to take an exam and which is require Hungarian language as well.
Okay. Okay, for the Myanmar matriculation, do you have the minimum score to be accepted into the bachelor degree?
For the Myanmar matriculation, I would say that first, as everybody know that you need to do the verification, maybe the notary or something. But I would say it's like evaluate individually as well, since it's like very like specific. So I would recommend you to send the qualification for us, and our admission team will check on it. Yeah.
So maybe for Myanmar matriculation, I think our agent can send the transcript of the student for the
Mm-hmm.
pre-assessment first.
Yes,
Okay.
we have to check on it also.
Any more questions? Oh, I always get this inquiry. Do you also accept the NCUK Foundation student to direct to the bachelor degree?
The NCUK, right?
Yes.
I have to check for this one. This is very new for us, but I can check for you
Mhm.
and send you later. So for the medical, or you want the non-medical or everything?
I think for both. Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
okay, I will check on it.
So I assume that except the GED, after qualification, maybe we can do the pre-assessment with you first before we proceed the application.
Yeah, I would recommend that also.
โอเคค่ะ Do you have any more questions?
Oh, I think after submission, when we will receive the offer letter, usually it takes up around like 3 or 4 weeks, but it depending on the number of the students. Sometimes like it's all about the management of the admission as well. Yeah, but you can expect from 3 to 4 weeks, I would say.
And how long for the visa process?
This one, I mean, we have no idea. Like it can take up like a month or more. It is depending, like, because if you are like self-funded student, they really check on it, and the procedure can take up like a month, even like for Thai student as well, because um I mean, during the peak period, like in August, let's say that we just here right now, I just went to the visa for the student as well, and there are a lot. And currently, some students still did not receive the visa, so it can take like a month, and especially for self-funded students, it will take a lot. Yeah.
Okay. So I assume that maybe we need more than 3 months for all process, like application and visa process.
I think it could be, but maximum like 3 months. I don't think it's more than that, but you can expect like sometime, yeah, more than a month, I would say.
Okay.
So I would recommend to apply like earlier, especially for medical program, because it's always full, like very fast.
Mm. Ah, well, I think look like we have covered all the questions. Um, okay, I will end the recording.